we're seeing coders getting wiped out now by the team at Replit and others. How many lines of code is a certain person's job? A factory worker wearing the equivalent of Meta Ray-Bans or similar. And they basically reduced or compressed a factory worker's job into 18 lines of code. And I thought that was really interesting. I think we were joking before. It actually got me thinking, like, how many lines of code is a certain person's job in your business? How complex is what we do as humans physically and intellectually? When you start thinking about your physical role, your blue-collar job, how many lines of code is your job? And that's a really interesting thought. And that's what this is going to get boiled down to. When you think about it, everything is software, right? Where are we?
Yeah, traditional coding at the moment, you're writing in English and you're writing commands, but under the hood, that's calling other code, which is calling other code. That's actually getting down into the code that the computer chips can read. And then you're getting into the voltages that are getting centered between the chips. And then you're going over the internet. It all goes back down to the metal or back to the actual physical world whereby these things are happening. And in compressing this worker's job down to the 18 lines of code, I'm actually just reading the code that's in there now. They've got things like, the right hand has to do command press button. Well, what does press button mean? You can't just the words press button don't mean anything. They're actually invoking a function to do something. And how do you do that thing? Well, it's more code under the hood. And so it's kind of like all these layers of abstraction.
So this is like a summary layer. This is like a summary layer.
Exactly. It's like the summary of what's happening. There's all of these assumptions of what's going on under the hood here. But what I think is happening with AI is we've got these interfaces whereby rather than having to go in and program what press button means, you have got the AI that is smart enough to learn how to do that for you.